Welcome back to Voice from the Corner. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all safe. Now, before we get into this video, Pete, you want to say a few things about what's going to happen with the channel in the future and what direction we're going with these videos.
What's happening, everybody? What's happening, Longneck? Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're all good out there. Everyone's good and healthy and safe. Firstly, I want to say we are going to have a little bit of a change to the channel. Listen, the direction of the channel, it's been going in every direction, isn't it? You know, going from this to that. We want to make a little bit more of a structure of it. Spoke to Longneck about it, and I said, look, you know, the videos we're doing are getting great views, but I think we've got to put more structure to it, and we've got to sort of have maybe 2 videos a week. So we're looking at a Sunday roundup and a midweek sort of preview. So we're looking at a Sunday, 6 o'clock every Sunday, putting a video out and talking about, you know, what has happened, you know what I mean? And then Wednesday, what is coming up. So a preview on a Wednesday and a roundup on a Sunday. That's the top and bottom of it. So 6 p.m. Sunday, this is the first one tonight, just to let you know what we're going to be doing. And like, I want you all to put your notification bells on, so you're not going to get a million videos off Voice from the Corner. I'm still going to do the little videos maybe on a Saturday night, the rants and my reaction to the fights, because I think that will help it grow as well and build the channel. But yeah, so I'll leave it there. And Jack, anything else you want to say before we carry on, or we finish, or what?
No, look, we're going for quality over quantity. You know what I mean? That's the important thing, and we want you to have the best quality videos possible. So we're gonna, have proper planning into it. Really think about what we're going to say, what we're going to discuss, instead of, rushing into doing videos every single day. So look, the video quality is going to get a lot better, and it only benefits the viewers. So yeah.
Well, we're gonna look at as well, like, the values of what fights we think are value on the weekends, and we're also gonna look at the lower card, what fights are worth watching, and what are learning fights for fighters and stuff like that. So it's gonna be educational stuff on a Wednesday as well. It's gonna be more like I say, a roundup on a Sunday. So we're gonna make something a little bit more fun on the channel as well, because I think it needs to have a little bit of fun added to it. Me and Jack between us will probably have, like, predictions or how we think fights are gonna finish, and then we're gonna do like little forfeits. Could be anything from a hot chili pepper to a bug, a spider, or something. So it'd be fun. So
yeah,
just try and make it a little bit more fun for let people interact a little bit more as well, and try and get a few more people on the channel. And there will be a couple of giveaways at Christmas as well, so look out for them.
Sweet, cool. Should we get into the first fight then? What's coming up soon with Arthur Bitterbeef against Anthony Yard? And look, first of all, how much are you looking forward to that fight?
I mean, it's not coming up soon. Next week we've got Ryder, and then the week after we've got Tyson Fury. But
okay, depends what passes soon. But
one of the first fights of the new year. Yes, I am looking forward to that fight. Yard and Beverty. What is it? Bitterbeef. I'm terrible.
No, I got rinsed in the chat.
Yeah.
Like a week or two ago, because I kept pronouncing like Berbatev or something. But it's Bitterbeef.
Yeah, Bitterbeef. We'll talk more about that when it comes up, but I am very excited about it. It's 2 live opponents. It's not 2 donkeys. It's 2 thoroughbreds. They both boxed at high level, top level. So, and Yard has proved he can mix it up there. Give Kovalev a very good fight. Inexperienced. He only had 12 amateur fights. So, he's got his shot again, and we might see a different thing this time. But Berbatev is a very, very special fighter. 18 fights, 18 wins, and 18 knockouts. He knows that they don't pay overtime in boxing, and he just gets them out there in quick time. So for that fight, I believe you shouldn't go and get a cup of tea. But Jack has really wound me up, because when Jack said to me about Garcia and Javonte Davis, the problem is he got the wrong Garcia. It was a little bit like saying Jones, and then all of a sudden you see Tom Jones fighting, not Roy Jones. So but Jack's going to explain why he said Garcia, and I said it ain't Ryan Garcia. And we did have this argument, Jack. Remember?
No, right. Here we go. Right. This is off Javonte Davis Instagram. Okay. Here's the photo. That is Javonte Davis and Ryan Garcia, and he says, "I'll be back in the ring January 7th. Stay tuned for more details." So that's what he put, and that was a few days ago. Now he's then put this up. January 7th against Hector Garcia, a fighter from the Dominican Republic.
That's not his sister, is it, Louise?
No.
Yeah.
Unless his sister's bald and got a beard.
Yeah.
No.
So I mean, Jack, like, so they're talking about it, and they're talking about it in March, April time.
So yeah, that'll be the Ryan Garcia fight.
I'm not interested, 4 months down the line. I can't understand why, he's promoting Ryan Garcia on the back of, let's be honest, this has got to be a donkey he's fighting.
I mean, do you want to have a look at Hector Garcia's record?
We'll go and get it up.
So let's have a look on BoxRec. Now, any viewers watching, if you do want to find out anyone's record, with certified facts, go on BoxRec. That's the only place you should be going. Hector Garcia, 16 fights, 16 wins, and he's knocked out 10 different people. Now, he's a southpaw who's 5'9". Now, Javonte Davis is about 5'6", so he does have a bit of height on him. If I'm looking at his opponents, he doesn't have any real impressive wins for me. Roger Gutierrez, 26 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. Chris Colbert, 16-0. However, I've had a look at Chris Colbert's opponents. They haven't been good. For me, Hector Garcia is going to be a massive underdog for this. And you've said before, Pete, Dominican Republic fighters can often cause an upset.
No. They very rarely cause an upset. They've got great records, yeah? But as I say, records are for DJs. The records are in the background with the belt. Records are for DJs. And we can see the way Javonte Davis destroyed, what's his name? Santa Cruz.
Yes.
Eh?
With the uppercut.
With a 5'9", put him to sleep. So I don't think he's going to be worried about a bit of hype there. And I definitely don't think he's going to be worried about the people he's got on his record. So for me, is it a good fight to see? No, I don't think it is. And this is where I think it needs to be explored and exposed. Because we want to see the good fights in boxing all around the world. Not just in Britain, all around the world. We see better fights. We do see a lot of better fights abroad, without a doubt, in my opinion. But, we've got some of the greatest fighters in the UK. So I want great fighting great, not great fighting pants. We want pay-per-views, not pay-per-poos.
Well, that will not be pay-per-view, though.
Eh?
Javonte Davis, Hector Garcia will not be pay-per-view, though, surely.
No, I don't know. No, I'm talking about in general. We're getting a lot of pay-per-poos, mate. You got to realise here, mate, electric's going up. Gas is going up. Shopping's going up. Everything's going up. Do you know what I mean? Even the zone's gone up. It's gone up by £1. Do you know what I mean? And now we're on that subject. Jake Wood, I'm cancelling the zone. Jake Wood, if anyone don't know, is Max out of EastEnders. He said, I'm cancelling the zone. This is a joke. These YouTubers have not got a clue. Yeah? And it's not fair. I'm not quoting everybody said, but it's not fair that these fighters that have done it their whole life, yeah, are not getting nothing out of boxing, and these YouTubers are getting fortunes. So, Jack, what's happened in the YouTube world? What happened on the zone last night? I don't know.
Do you know what? And I'm ashamed to say this, but I watched it. I actually did. Normally I wouldn't watch it. However, I just could not sleep. My sleeping pattern's out the window, so I thought I'd give it a watch. And oh God, don't get me wrong. I love KSI. I've got massive respect for him. But however, that card was just dreadful. Honestly, Pete, you should have seen some of the boxing on it.
YouTubers are getting fortune.
There were some people in there that could genuinely box a little bit. And I'm being fully serious. Some people look like they'd never stepped in the ring before in their life. We had first person in the first fight, got so exhausted he had to quit. And then on the co-main event, the opponent was turning around. He was, I don't even know if you call it punches. He looked like he was squatting flies more than anything. So for me, it was not good.
I mean, you know, I hear as well with one of the media people, Fred Peck, whatever his name is, Fred Beck. Yeah, Fred Beck. I know Fred well. He's a good boy, Fred. Good lad. And I heard that someone smashed the phone out of his hand. I'll tell you what, he's a little man, but he can fight him, you know.
Yeah.
That means an angry little man, him, you know.
It's quite funny because you made me aware of Fred Talks fighting when he was about he was on about 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And fair play to him, he's on about 40 to 50,000 subscribers now. And look, he was getting involved in the brawl between Anthony Taylor and Dillian Danis. And after Dillian Danis and the KSI fight got announced, Dillian Danis walking backstage, Fred Beck's there with his phone, and Dillian Danis just came up, waxed the phone right out his hand. And
but it's listen, it is WWF, isn't it? So if people don't take it serious, we know it's a different platform. But we had this little bit of a debate earlier, Jack, a little domestic on this. We do get a lot of pros at these fights. I don't know if they're bringing their kids there or what, because it is like WWF and all that sort of stuff. But you know what? On Wednesday, we're going to have a roundup on the Zone show for Saturday, which is a great, great show on Saturday. So we're going to break that show right down. And like I say, credit where's credit's due. Eddie Hearn's show on Saturday on the Zone is a good, good show. And we will be talking about that on Wednesday and breaking it down and showing all the opponents these fighters are fighting. For me, the poorest fight on that show, the poorest pick on that show, I'm on about at the top part of that show, 4 or 5 fights. It's Dillian Whyte versus Franklin, in my opinion. Mm. You know? I don't know nothing about Franklin. I've never even seen Franklin fight. But I guarantee you Dillian Whyte walks through him, looks like Sugar Ray Clay doing it. Yeah? Right? And against Tyson Fury, looked like he never even had a fight.
Well, look, I mean, I won't go into too much detail about it. I've watched a bit of Jermaine Franklin. Not 4 fights. I've had a look at his highlights. And for me, it looks like it is going to be a good fight. Not in the case of it's a 50-50, but it's going to be a brawl. And it's going to be 2 big lads slugging it out. Because that's what Jermaine Franklin looks like. He looks like someone who slugs it out. For me, defensively, he doesn't look good, though. He drops his hands too much. And I think he's going to gas out quite quickly. As well, look, Dillian Whyte, I think when you look at that second Povetkin fight, he looks really good. He looks fantastic. And I think he's going to put on the pressure. Jermaine Franklin's going to be throwing, he's going to gas out. And for me, I think Dillian Whyte's going to knock him out 5th round.
Right, so we'll talk about that on Wednesday. But like I'd like to say to everyone before we leave, remember, every Sunday, 6 o'clock, it will be the roundup. There weren't nothing going on this Sunday, so how can we make it a roundup? Unless you want to talk about YouTube boxing. Not really interested in that, like I say. And Wednesdays, it's going to be pre-roundup of what's going to be going on the weekend. So join us every Sunday, every Wednesday. That's the top and bottom of it. 6 p.m. Be there if you dare. Nice one, everyone.
See you soon.